Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe B Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. I am actually working on my keto diet that I have started I guess about a month ago. And it's been working pretty good so far. I didn't weigh myself in on Sunday, but I think I probably gained a couple pounds because I got off the keto diet. You saw my mom's pies and stuff and cookies. I was pretty good and all that, but you know, it was a cheat day. But a lot of people have said they want to actually get recipes on how I'm cooking and what I'm eating and so on. So actually what I'm doing today is I'm making Peruvian chicken. I just put the stove on here and preheat it to bake at 350. Let me show you the chickens. Forgot, they're in the downstairs refrigerator. Be right back. Okay, so here's actually the chickens right here. I ended up getting those marinating last night. And let me show you exactly what I did to those on this clip right here, so that way you know how we do it. So once our oven gets up to 350, we're going to cook the chickens 20 minutes per pound, so that way that the juices come out. One way you can tell that the chicken is done is the juices from it come out clear. And what's going to also happen with this is going to be kind of cool, is these chickens are going to leave a lot of juice behind, and we can actually make like a keto gravy out of it that's like really full of fat, full of a lot of flavor. But we're also going to make a green sauce, and the green sauce, oh. So our oven's ready to go. Can't wait for those to get ready. We'll be back later to make the green sauce. Alright, so the chicken has been in for 20 minutes a pound, and if you're not sure if the chicken is done, if you get yourself a thermometer and take the behind the leg and the thickest part of the meat, put the thermometer in there, get it over 165 degrees, you're good. Or when the chicken comes out, you just want to make sure that the juice that comes out of it's clear. So let's take a look at it and see how it looks. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. Now take a look at that. Now what I'm going to do, see all that juice that came out of the chicken? I'm going to pour that close that up the top. All right, so that's our chickens. Look at that. Oh, wow. Okay, so we're gonna let these rest for about 20 minutes or so before we eat them. And what I'm gonna do with this sauce right here, because this is, you can see the chicken grease that's on top of it and things like that. You know, if I was doing regular cooking, what I would do is I would actually leave the grease. I would take some ice, put on top of it, and what it'll do is it'll take all that grease and thicken it up. So when you pull off the ice and stuff, then you take off all the chicken grease. But we're doing a keto diet, so with keto, you want the fats. Now, normally with gravy, you take flour, you put into it, cook it down, or cornstarch, and of course you got thick gravy. Well, we don't want to have flour because that's carbs. So we're going to use some xanthan gum. Okay, I haven't used this before, but this is supposed to be a thickener. And basically what they're saying is a quarter teaspoon per cup. And we've got about 3 cups in there. So I'm going to take just a little bit of this. And I'm going to see how well this works. So this is me, this is trial and error now. Now, see, I've got the basic principles of keto. Trying to eliminate the carbs and eliminate the sugar and make sure that we get the fats. So I'm believing that having the chicken fat that's come off the chicken is going to help get me some of that fat that I need on this keto diet. And boy, does this stuff thicken up. So we'll take this stuff. And see, normal principle of flour and stuff is you don't want to just dump it in, because what happens is it gets lumpy. So you mix a little bit of it into it until you get it smooth, and then you add it into the rest of it, and then you can stir it up. Or at least we hope it does in principle. Boy, it really does. Look at that. Thickens up on there pretty good. But I'm just going to turn that on warm. So it'll start warming up, and I'm going to add a little bit of salt. Not too much salt, but you need a little bit of salt in there. And some pepper. And then we're going to warm that up and see if it gets thick. Now, you don't have to do the gravy. This is actually with green sauce. And green sauce is actually pretty simple. And again, this is where we're actually going to get our fats and stuff on here. What we're going to do is put about equal parts of sour cream, mayonnaise, a couple cloves of garlic. Garlic's got to go in everything. Without garlic, you got nothing. I mean, garlic is literally the spice of life. And lots of cilantro and jalapeno peppers. Now, if you don't like it real hot, what you do is you cut the pepper open, you take the seeds out, because that's where the seeds and that membrane in the middle, that's where all the heat is. If you just want the pepper taste to it, then cut those out of it. But I like things kind of spicy, so I'm going to put 3 of those in there. And this is fantastic to put on top of it. Let me adjust the camera here. So see, leave a couple of the seeds in there, a little bit of the membrane, because you want a little bit of that heat. Put that in there. Oh, and lemons. Gotta have loads. And one thing I learned the hard way, jalapenos aren't that hot. I mean, I like foods that are spicy. But be careful that after doing this, that you don't brush your eyes or your forehead, because it will start burning. Especially when you're using habaneros or ghost peppers. Man, whoo. Got to be careful with that one. You can't touch nothing. I'm going to rinse this off. These days, you don't know what's on the produce of Dutch. I was hearing that they're saying that now, make sure that you wash the outside of the avocados, because the avocados now have listeria. So listeria comes from caca. So they may be using some bad fertilizer out there. So we're going to take some mayonnaise. Put 2 spoons of that in there. About the same amount of sour cream. A couple cloves of garlic. We're almost there. We're almost there. I'm getting there. I know this is getting long. But I got to tell you, it's going to be worth the taste. And I think what I'm going to make to go with this, oh man. I think the biggest problem I've had with the diet here is getting the ratios right. It's hard to get into ketosis and stay in there if you don't have the ratios right. You can eliminate the carbs and everything and the sugar, but if you have too much protein, the protein somehow gets converted into sugar, I'm told. So you have to get those vegetables and you have to get those fats, or else it's not going to work. But I will also say this. If you do nothing else other than eliminating the sugars, that may be enough. If you do nothing else other than eliminating the sugars, you'll lose weight just from that. All right. See if I got enough liquid in here too. That's green sauce. So what we'll do, you got the heat, you got the creaminess from the mayonnaise and the sour cream. You've got the cilantro, which tastes a little bit minty. And when you put it over the chicken with all the herbs and spices and the garlic, gotta have the garlic, it's incredible. So that's what I'm gonna have as the main course. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some cream spinach and I'm going to make some broccoli with like a cheese sauce over it to go with it together. So I'm going to get that stuff together and we'll show you the final dish. Ooh, it's going to be good.
Papa, I don't know what this person has told you, in the truth, but I hope you're not giving her any money. Not on mine. Aren't you the lucky one? Then I suppose you always are. What did she say?
Enough. I find I'm most disappointed in Tony Gilman.
Don't be. He wanted us to get married. Our weekend sin was just part of his plan to persuade me.
Then why did you say no?
Because when it came to it, he
go. Peruvian chicken with cream spinach and cauliflower mash. Gotta tell you, this is my kind of diet. If you like this video and you want to see the other ones in there, go to Jobu Sports Report and look for my keto cooking line, so that way you can see all the stuff that I'm doing. I'm working with this keto diet, trying to get there, trying to lose some weight, and trying to enjoy it on the way. I'll see you soon.